Hi, this is a really bad idea that I just start this camera knowing that I have to full blown piss. But I saw, but the back door of my car just opened and like that scared the living shit out of me. But anyways, this video is going to be a short video about how the heck we are acting more autistic after a diagnosis. And you think that you getting a diagnosis, it's going to magically cure, not cure, but like help with everything. That ends there with the diagnosis, but actually it just begins there. So I'm gonna tell you experience what happened to me when I first got diagnosed. And right, so before my diagnosis, I didn't know what was wrong with me. I thought something was off and I didn't act like a typical normal person would act like. And I was always different from my brothers and sisters, and I'm like, how come they are not suffering from the same things I am? And like same at school, I was looking at students and I was seeing like how my peers are acting normal, and every situation that they go through is not a problem for them. And for me, it was always a task. It was always a mission to do anything. Actually, like just literally anything would like cost me a lot to do. And it was not because, and typically people would think, oh, that little girl is lazy. But no, it was not about that. It was just like my brain processes slowly, more slow than others. And like I have to plan everything out for me to do a task, and a narrow typical person just goes into it, right? So I had like those little things like wrong with me. Well, nothing's wrong with me, but like like I will struggle with those things. And socially was a big one. Like I was down bad on social cues and skills and in general, right? Making friends and all that stuff. What I did was, little Jen would copy and like camouflage like a chameleon. That's what I would describe myself. My little self, it was a chameleon, because like every time like I would like mimic and copy everybody, so I can seem normal and like I can seem like I'm one of them and I'm not weird. So I would suppress a lot of my stims, a lot of I would like force myself to talk. I would force myself in friend groups. I would like sit in a place where there's a lot of sounds, and it bugged me a lot, but I sat through it, and like I had like panic attacks from it. I will come home drained from school because of how much masking I was doing. And in that time, and back of the day, like I didn't know. Look at me, back of the day, like I'm old. Back of the day, I didn't know what was masking until now. And I did many of those stuff. I masked a lot. And yeah, so masking, if you guys don't know, is trying to hide your true self and trying to hide the stuff that makes you happy, to like sacrificing things that makes you happy to please other people. So you're masking your even though like I'm socially awkward and anxious all the time, like I pretend like, okay, so I'm gonna continue this video in my bedroom. That last clip that you saw was somebody knocking on my door. You know what? You want to know who was that somebody? My mom. How embarrassing. So I was mid-filming and she saw me talk to myself to a phone for about, I don't know how long she was standing there, until she knocked, and I was like, I got jump scared. But yeah, so to continue what I was saying was, so I was suppressing all the stems. Like I was, so every time I used to speak to somebody like in school, like I would pinch myself so I can like like, so I can, like, you know, wake myself up, like try to talk more and stuff like that. So I will like self-harm myself while doing the things that I know I couldn't do and that I struggled in. So yeah. And then so the things that I noticed that so yeah, so those are the things I noticed. So then so typically a person would say, oh, Jennifer is normal like the other kids, right? Because of how much I was trying to mask myself, trying to like fit in, so nobody would like expect a thing, right? So then there comes little Jen to adulthood, and things change, things gets harder, and I notice more things. And so I decided, and I saw a couple videos on TikTok, and I was like, you know what, why am I relating to 1,000 of these videos? Something is up. So I took control in my own hands. I looked for a neuropsychologist, yeah, a psychologist of the brain that diagnoses people and it specializes in autism and ADHD and all that type of stuff. So I was like, you know what, this why not? Why not? I've been suffering for all these years. I just want to know like what's wrong with me, right? And I took an online test of autism test, and they said, yep, you're pretty much all the way up there high in the charts. And I'm like, great, I figured. So so that gave me like a sense of relief to go ahead and try to get diagnosis. So I make an appointment, and well, behold, I'm autistic. So if you guys want a different video of how the process is like to get diagnosis, how many months I waited, what type of questions they ask, I can do a totally separate video about that, because I have a lot of things to say about that. But yeah, and ever since I found that I was autistic, I cried, and like I had like a sense of relief, like that I knew something was wrong with me, and I shouldn't be ashamed of that, and I should embrace it. So instead of hiding my true self, what I did was let it out. So that can actually look like to people that I look more autistic or act more autistic after my diagnosis, because I finally can be myself, which I hide for many years. So people are not used to that, because I used to be myself in closed doors in my room where only me, myself, and I can see and hear my stims out loud and stuff like that, right? I used to hide all that in public. So what did Jennifer do? I went to Amazon and add everything I can, every stim toy I can find. And I used to like play with my toys out in public without a care in the world, because like that's what eases my anxiety. And I would put headphones in so the sounds will bother me. I would if I didn't want to speak to people, I wouldn't force myself to. And I would go to a different room if I feel like I'm very overstimulated. So I accommodate a lot of myself in social situations, which can appear that that's more noticeable now. So, which I feel like if that bothers you, then go kick rocks, because I'm not going to suffer anymore to please others, And and ever since I accepted that, my life has gone I'm not gonna say easier, but a tad bit easier. And yeah, I repeat words out loud. Like I'll say, like my favorite word right now is cricket, so I'll be like cricket, 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 cricket until I can't say cricket anymore. So yeah, if you guys want to see my stim toys or want to see anything about the things I have bought to accommodate myself, leave the comment down below, because I would love to do that video. Okay, so that's all I gotta say. Bye.